Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all good? I hope so. Y'all, let's get into the comments under that clip, where Tisha telling Nell that she don't see it for her, she don't like her, and Nell is basically like, girl, anyway, I ain't got time for you, I got too much going on. So let's see what the people are saying, right? So they like, I'm proud of Nell. She didn't raise her voice or swing at Tisha like I would have. Tisha's voice. I'm on Tisha's side with this one. Everything she said about Nell is accurate. After they met at the coffee shop, there was no reason for Nell to go back and be negative about her to the other ladies. And I'm confused as to why everyone is against her. Let's see what they said. Oh, this is the one where the person said they're colorists. That's the quiet part no one is saying out loud. Where is Tisha getting this tough girl act? I must be missing something, because what did Tisha say wrong here? Sound like Destiny went back and said something that Nell said, and now it has spiraled into all of this. Tisha sure has different energy this season, and not in a good way. Tisha is so childish, and this is why her husband plays in her face like that. LMAO. So in reality, Destiny told Nell Tisha was speaking on her, and like any person would, Nell said she need to worry about watching her husband. So again, how is Nell wrong? Whoever does Destiny's looks, makeup, and hair should do the whole cast. Destiny might be the problem. Tisha, please. The beef is played out. Hang it up. Tisha is a professional gaslighter. I guess she gets it from her husband. Bye, Felicia. And they tag Tisha and Kimmy. And Kimmy, she already addressed you, so why hop in? Tisha tries too hard. She thinks she the HBIC since Mel left. Tisha can't be this immature in real life. This got to be for the show. And out of all people to speak on being a good communicator, Tisha should not speak. Tisha, you aren't tough. Bye. Anybody remember when Kimmy said her and Tisha wouldn't be friends if they weren't married to the Scotts? Or did she say if they weren't on this platform? I don't remember, but I do remember she said they wouldn't be friends. Tisha and that wig getting on my nerves. And Kimmy, you didn't have to add on and say shit. Tisha was mute when Mel was around. Now you have all the balls and want to play bully? LMFAO. Pathetic. I don't think Nell takes accountability for much of anything. All she had to do was apologize because she didn't think her words would hurt Tisha the way they did, but Nell has way too much pride. Tisha was wrong for getting in her husband's face, obviously, but once they talked about it, it should have been over. To keep harping on about how Tisha needs to worry about her husband is a trigger for her. I don't know what they were saying right there. I'm glad Tisha's standing up for herself, because Nell's husband normally just allows her to say her piece and leave. Tisha got away with being in Nell's husband's face. Letitia always got this snarky, cocky laugh when she describing anything about Nell like she thinks she's better. I thought I was mature, but I just want to swing on Tisha trying to be a mean girl and looks a complete utter mess with that tacky-ass wig that needs to be plucked. Tisha just deflected and took no accountability while Nell apologized her wrongs and kept it moving. She acknowledged her wrongs and apologized. The comments are confusing me. If Nell was talking shit about Tisha, why is Tisha in the wrong? Are y'all sure y'all not colorists? Tisha's so effing draining. Just let this show go. Tisha always play victim. I think she does it purposefully to shut out the rumors about her husband. Destiny, you need to apologize for putting dirt in the pot and stirring it. Y'all just hate Tisha. They did talk at the coffee shop and she did cry to her. And Letitia Scott, ma'am, you have been playing victim for so long, you don't see that you are the problem. Destiny is two-faced, the same ish you used to try with Mel. Somebody please pop Tisha. Nell is a grown woman. She don't have to do nothing for Tisha. Tisha is the same one who deflects every conversation, but want Nell to change how she is for her. It doesn't work that way. I love Nell. Is it me, or is Tisha's voice annoying? Tisha has always been a problem. Tisha got energy for everybody but her husband. Tisha keeps jabbing at Nell about her age, but Nell and Kimmy are the same age. The way Destiny is eyeing Letitia, she's definitely looking at her differently. Damn, Destiny going back to Letitia telling her what Nell said is very messy. Is it me, or is Destiny getting out of this unscathed? Nell wasn't randomly talking she was reacting to what Destiny told her. You don't want to be in the middle, but felt comfortable to repeat back both of their conversations, knowing they're at odds. And Carlos King, please get Letitia off the show. She's draining. Tongue click, check. I love Nell. Tisha wants to be the it girl, the leader, and is falling flat. And Kimmy needs to stay out of it. And Nell Fletcher, I hope you see these comments and that we support you. I'm not going to discuss anyone else, but you are not wrong. At any age, Tisha, you can't communicate nor orate properly. Take several seats. At Carlos King, we do not want Tisha next season. Tisha, girl, shut up. They thought they could bully Nell, and Nell was standing 10 toes down. Keep standing up for yourself. She said a bunch of nothing because when anyone tries to talk to her, she isn't receptive. She just told you why she doesn't feel comfortable with telling you everything, and you still say she needs to work on her communication? Scratching my head. Letitia doesn't listen at all. Wait, in order for Nell to say, keep my name out your damn mouth, she had to have said something. So why is Tisha acting oblivious? But she's always the victim. Please get Letitia off this show. She's turned into this bitter, immature, irrelevant character that just picks. Maybe she's trying to make good TV, but it feels repetitive and annoying. I'm not interested in Tisha's storyline. Tisha is a gaslighting pro just like her husband. Letitia, whatever you're trying to do is not working. That fast talking is so annoying. You keep bringing up Miss Nell's age. Isn't Kimmy and Nell the same age? Maybe a year or two difference? So stop it. Stop it with the age shaming. Letitia talking like she practiced this. This beef is so dumb. Marceau treats Tisha like the fourth child for a reason. These people are not Tisha's friends. Sick to see them film with her knowing she needs help. Tisha needs extensive therapy and or meds. It's not her fault she's like this. It's neurological trauma or mental illness that's not being addressed. Until there's a group intervention to get Tisha's help, she's going to continue to blindly suffer through her illness. Love her and get her help, please. I can't even watch this clip because all Tisha does is lie. She's mad at Nell for talking about her to the others, but she talks about Nell to the others. She just told Destiny right before this that she does not like Nell. Yet here she's telling Nell, I have no problem with you. And I'm going to need Destiny to speak up like how Kimmy is, because Nell is innocent and y'all trying to make it look like Tisha is. If Tisha is on next season, I ain't watching. Tisha is not only slow, she's draining. Sounded like a chipmunk character. All this energy because her husband cheats. Next. Tisha is insufferable because, baby girl, you sit up here, talk about everyone's marriage, but when it's returned to you, you turn into a victim. Nell never not said one time that she won't say something to your face. She always did. So what the F is your problem? Tisha is literally out for blood because, as she stated in this clip, she is hurt. Hurt by the fact that she broke down to Nell and Nell came at her with what Tisha broke down to her about, and that clearly made Tisha feel some way about it. She's so hurt behind it that multiple apologies for the same thing still isn't enough, to the point she's talking to Nell in a very condescending tone and attitude, setting her mom loose on Nell and constantly coming for this lady's age like her best friend to the right of her ain't the same age. Nell is grieving and still have to show up, and Tisha's feelings were just really hurt. Nell's kids don't even mess with her because she be in their business. Nell is miserable, and I wish Tisha went harder. Nell is sometimesy. She flipped on Mel to keep her spot. Nell, ask your adult children if they think you're a cruel person. Nell is the new Mel, victims when they're the messiest of the group. Tisha has zero comprehension skills. Tisha, yuck. Carlos, please cancel these heifers. Sorry, I'm with Tisha on this one. Y'all mad she getting on Nell. That lady does play like she doesn't know what she's doing, scratching my head. Get her, Tisha. She get it from her regular ass mama. These folks, they ain't really seen it for old tea, honey. Tisha can go in the next 5 minutes. I like Nell. Tisha described Tisha. This is crazy. Sounds like Tisha is describing herself. I can't understand why Tisha have all this energy for everybody but her husband. Tisha can't check her mama and her antics but try to check everybody else. Tisha with her heavy tongue is so country. I cannot with Tisha's voice. Tisha stole Mel's whole personality. Tisha just described Tisha. I can't stand her. Nell, don't waste your time. You'll get a better conversation with the children at your daycare. I'm so sick of Tisha. Tisha is trying to be the new Mel, and sorry, we don't like it. You can never make us hate Miss Nell. Tisha is why I stopped watching. Tisha hasn't said or done anything to Nell. Nell has other things happening in her family that's upsetting her and taking it out on Tisha and Kimmy. If any of them knew anything Marceau has done, it would have been told to all of us by now. It's been years, nothing to be told. Some of them would love for their marriage to be in trouble. Best couple, Marceau and Tisha. Tisha doesn't like the fact that Nell is holding them accountable and making them work for that check, asking real questions. Do we watch the same show? Nell has had an issue with Tisha for a minute. Ever since she said that Nell wasn't a mentor, there's been a problem. Tisha's voice is so annoying. I thought Kimmy did not like screaming. Well, Tisha always screams and Kimmy says nothing. Tisha is exhausting. Tisha came here with the intention of starting mess. And Tisha has always been this way and refuses to take accountability for the things she says and does to people. It's exhausting because she did the same thing to Mel. She's always the victim. She's just like her mother. Is Tisha on the spectrum? Like, I'm serious. Glad I stopped watching when Mel left. Lord, Tisha is off the chain. Please cancel this show. Tisha is insufferable. Please get her off the show. Tisha is such a grown baby. Part of that is from her mama always coming for people for her instead of letting her fend for herself and also allow her husband to always shut her down. Why does Tisha think everything is supposed to be centered around her? And Carlos King, we, the people, are tired of Tisha. 1, 2, 3, release her. Please. Tisha always has an issue with somebody. Mel, Stormy, Destiny, Kimmy, and Nell. Tisha is the problem. Tisha's voice is beyond annoying. Like, girl, all that whining. Tisha, go see Dr. Therapist. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Tisha's why I won't come back to watching this show. Oh, and Mel is gone. Tisha is bothered she can't manipulate Nell. Tisha's voice hurts. I used to enjoy her, but the mean, spoiled girl is not working. She's actually mad at her husband, yet he's the money. At Carlos King, the people want Letitia Scott off the show or demoted to a friend of the show. Nobody likes her. Tisha needs a speech therapist. Please exit Tisha and her controlling husband. We tired of it. We are tired. I never liked Tisha, especially when she tried to compare her kids to Mel and Martell kids. I never saw the difference, period, and never compare your kids to others. That's when I knew they were from the other side of the tracks, so her husband got it right. Tisha is the problem, has always been the problem since season 1. Tisha is Wanda, but with the volume turned down, problematic and immature AF. When Tisha is being manipulative, she does that little chuckle. Gives her away every single time. Tisha is extremely immature. She is in no way describing Nell. Tisha has 2 daughters, and prayerfully, she won't raise them to be so insecure that they verbally and mentally abuse other girls. Tisha has always exhibited insecurities and lack of confidence. I do believe her mom and Marcia are responsible for a lot of her insecurities. Nell is a wonderful person, and unfortunately, is not fit for this cast, especially since Mel has left the show. I would love for Nell to focus on her healing and the loss of her mom. This lady says her mom passed 2 years ago at the age of 94. She says she is 69, but no matter how old she is, she will feel that loss, which is true. Tisha, stop. That's far from Nell's character. Tisha described herself. Tisha used to be my favorite and now is my least. Well, after reading some of the comments, I really don't have to leave one. Team Nell Fletcher. People who are describing what someone else is guilty of. People who are describing what someone else is guilty of. Baby, I don't know what they saying. Next, Tisha is describing herself to the T. The people don't like you, Tisha. Tisha loves being delusional and a victim. She's never liked no one calling her out. I know that's right, Miss Nell. Tisha's definitely deflecting who she is onto others for sure. I love Miss Nell. Very real and down to earth. Periods. I just know Marceau hates going home. Baby, this is crazy. Y'all get down in the comments and tell me what y'all think about what these folks saying about Tisha. From what I can see, majority of them, they ain't saying it for Tisha. They do not like Tisha. Now, the ones that's tagging Carlos saying, Carlos, we don't like Tisha. Carlos, you need to remove Tisha from the show. It's not going to happen. Because Carlos operates in his ego. People have been telling Carlos how they feel about the Scotts, but he will always find a way or a reason why he think they're so great, which they never have been. And this is from season 1. But Carlos is just the type of person that he don't think he messes up. He don't think he does anything wrong. He think he has the best cast out there, even though he never talk about these folks. And you can't depend on Dustin to go against or say anything negative, because if you really think about it, the Dustin that we met back in the day is not the same Dustin. Like, he don't even give the same type of commentary when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville. And a lot of times, like I said before, the way Carlos tries to go up for Letitia, I really think he does it because he feels sorry for her, because don't nobody like her. But like I said, y'all get down in the comments, let me know what y'all think, and I'll talk to y'all later.